calls POK Azad Kashmir, CNN News 18 brings you the exact situation of how Pakistan is treating this region that KT Jaleel has referred to as Azad Kashmir. The people of POK are protesting against the federal government for not giving constitutional status to the region so far. The protesters have asked Pak troops to take their troops back. Remember, this is what KT Jaleel had to say, and in his post, shockingly, he has also insulted the Indian army. He's not only called this region Azad Kashmir, but he's also talked about the Indian army treating the people of this region in a certain way. And this is what CNN News 18 is now bringing to you, the reality of how the people in POK are being treated. They are protesting against the federal government for not giving them constitutional status to the region. For more details, I have with me my colleague Anand Narasimhan. Anand, if you could break down this entire controversy and how what KT Jaleel has said in his Facebook post is not just an insult to the people of Kashmir, but to the entire nation and the Indian army.
More importantly, what has happened is there are those netas, especially within the left, who are trying to give credence to a Pakistani narrative. This is sovereign Indian territory. Is the left denying that? It's a sovereign Indian territory which the parliament at multiple times has pledged and resolved that it is sovereign Indian territory, and somewhere, sometime we would want to reclaim this territory. But the reality there that there is nothing called Azad and there is no freedom there. There is actually immense pressure on the Pakistani government and the establishment by the Chinese to actually convert this entire occupied territory into a fifth province. That's what their endeavor is, and that is being outrightly rejected by the people of POJK. Look at the protests which are coming out there. The protesters are unhappy with the presence of Chinese on ground. They are unhappy with the fact that their water is being rerouted for projects which are going to irrigate the fields of the Punjabi Sikhs, the Punjabi Muslims in the Punjab province of Pakistan. Members of POJK are seeing what is happening in Jammu and Kashmir, and they are turning around and saying, what is this going on? They actually want to come back. There are so many people who actually have moved from POJK quietly into Jammu and Kashmir because of the situation and life here. More importantly, they are saying, give us constitutional status. They are turning around and saying, you cannot, telling the Pakistanis that you cannot try and change the constitutional status. You cannot try and co-opt and turn this into a fifth province. They are rejecting that. And in fact, what they are actually turning around and saying is that there is a disparity with different governments and the state of Pakistan. The Muzaffarabad, there is Chakka Jam. This is the Chakka Jam that you're seeing in Muzaffarabad, the capital of POK, the biggest city there. You are seeing this kind of chakka jam and major protest. This is against the fact that there is no food, there is no ration, there is no electricity. The prices of fuel have hit the roof. The economy is in disarray, and the people have been vastly neglected. And this is the reality. All the roads are closed in Muzaffarabad. I'm just reading information that's been sent by an investigations editor, Manoj Gupta, saying that Raja Farooq Haider Khan has actually reached Gilani Chowk. The people have come out and said that we welcome you. This is what they are trying to say. They are rejecting the army presence. They want the Pakistani army out of POK. They want the Pakistan puppet government and those affiliated with the current disposition out of that place. They are actually saying, you give us our freedom. We don't want to have any truck of business with the current Pakistani establishment or the Pakistan government there. Your occupancy here is forced. Get out of here, because we want to run our own lives and we want to govern ourselves. So this is the situation that is happening on ground. And on the other hand, you have somebody like KT Jaleel, who just nonchalantly calls it by an occupied territory as Azad. And this is a name and a moniker that has been developed by the Pakistanis to set an international narrative. Why would a left leader want to tow a Pakistani narrative? That's the first question that comes to mind. And why is the left not saying anything against KT Jaleel? That's the next question that's also being asked by the political parties and those in opposition in Kerala.
Right, clearly, KT Jaleel and the CPI-M need a reality check in terms of what's happening on the ground in POK. Many thanks to you, Anand, for putting that story into perspective for us. And with that, we slip into a quick break as news and updates continue on the other side. Stay tuned.